Hello everyone, and let's talk about Wish You Weren't Here, written by Erin Baldwin. This is a young adult, and this is a new release. It actually just came out in this year in 2024, and this is a sapphic young adult female-female romance. This is a standalone. So for this one we are following Juliet Barrera. Or Barrera-Wright. So Barrera Wright. She is 16 years old and she is going to a summer camp. And this is a couple week long, I believe is what it was, summer camp. At the start of the book, she's at this party of this one gal that she's kind of like frenemies with and loves this gal's mom, does not like this gal, but loves this gal's mom, and happens to let slip what she's doing for the summer. And then when she ends up at the camp, her bunkmate is this gal she does not like. So they're at summer camp. It's a romance. It's a young adult romance, so you don't have sexually explicit scenes in it. This was very much the type of summer camp I always wanted to go to as a kid. I hated the summer camps that I went to. I always acted like I loved them because I knew that the parents paid for them and the adults put in so much time and effort into it. So it's like, I don't want to say I hate it and I'm disappointed and I don't ever want to go because then I'm going to let people down. This is the type of summer camp I always wanted, and all the camps I went to were such a letdown compared to what I had built up in my head as a youth. So there was an audiobook available for this. It was narrated by Valerie Rose Lohman and was 8 hours and 41 minutes on standard one-time speed. And this book is told in first person. So she's at camp, starts to learn more about her bunkmate. I would say the trope would be frenemies, because it's not really enemies, but more like frenemies to lovers. And you can kind of guess how things go from there. She does not want to do certain activities, but due to an injury that occurs at one point, this main character, Juliet, she's very well liked at this camp, feels like there's a counselor there that absolutely hates her for whatever reason. Due to an injury, she has to kind of rearrange some things that she wanted to do to let herself heal, and gets to know more of her bunkmate a little bit better and starts to notice there's probably some chemistry there and some sparks, but she starts to second guess it. And second guess the motive of the person. As far as, is this other person also attracted to me, or is it all in my head? And that's what it is. And then just these camp adventures, wanting to heal, wanting to go on hikes, things like that. So yeah, that is what this book is about in a nutshell. As far as your content and your trigger warnings, you have pancreatic cancer talked about. You have loss, or aka death, of a loved one mentioned. Does not get, with this a young adult, it does not go into too much depth as it would if it were an adult. But it is mentioned and kind of talked about a little bit. You have some excellent variety of representation. You have Indian, and I'm not talking Native American, I'm talking like the family is from India, okay? So you have Indian representation, you have biracial representation, you have bisexual representation, you have, now where this is a female-female or a sapphic romance, that is the main focus, but you also have reference to a relationship that is a male-male relationship as well. So those are your representations. So a lot of racial diversity and a lot of sexual diversity as well, or sexual identity diversity as well. So let's get into the words in case you are still on the fence. We have the name Jesus 6 times, not in a religious sense. Kiss ass once. The word God 32, not religiously in a religious context. Hell 13. Bastard once. The phrase goddamn 5. Damn 6. Shit 8. Badass 2. A-hole or asshole, it's used both, 4 times. Ass 5. The word suicide once, and it does not get descriptive, so just be aware of that. I believe, if I remember right, it was more like a fashion suicide type of a context, so does not get descriptive. The phrase "God damn it" once, half-assed once, fuck twice, Godspeed once, the word Lord once, not in a religious context, screw 3, and shit-eating once. And this was 296 pages. So let me know, have you read this book? And I think this was, let me pull this up. If I remember correctly, I think this is a debut for this author. Yes, it is. Okay. So the author synopsis says, Erin Baldwin, pronouns she, her, is a free-range, ethically sourced human person on a quest to become the most interesting being on the face of the planet. In pursuit of this goal, she's traveled to 21 countries, lived in 6 states, and is attempting to learn the fiddle, aka the violin, for those of you who don't know what a fiddle is. It is not going well. She is represented by, Lauren Spieler at Folio Literary Management. Wish You Weren't Here is her debut novel. So, yeah, let me know, and I will be interested to see how her writing progresses. I did enjoy this. I thought this was a very fun read. Made me feel very nostalgic for stuff that I wish I could have experienced as a child, but alas, did not. So let me know, have you read this book? Is this something that you're interested in? Definitely talk to me in the comment section below. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.